Welcome to Gross Mind. Depression is mental illness affecting your daily life. You may feel hopelessness, unhappiness, and lack of interest in your daily activities. Recovery from depression is a slow and gradual process requiring time and patience. At first, depression may feel like a slight weight on your shoulders. Over time, it can become an all-encompassing darkness that pervades every aspect of your life. Different stages and steps exist for depression, but famous are 5 stages. Dr. Kubler described them as dabbed on in her book, 1939, which stands for denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. In her book, Kubler-Ross discusses the theory of coping in a linear fashion, meaning a person moves through one of the stages to reach the next. Someone who has always avoided adversity and used denial to cope with tragedy in the past may get stuck in the denial stage of coping for a long time. The first stage is denial. Yes, it means that person for a short period is never going to accept that he is suffering from some sort of mental illness. When a person is given the diagnosis of a terminal illness, it's natural to enter a stage of denial and isolation. They may flat out disbelieve what the doctor is telling them is not true. During denial, a person will start to isolate oneself from family and friends or actively avoid discussing the trauma or event. It is a self-protective mechanism by which a problem ceases to exist. The second stage is about anger, which is also short, where the bottled-up feelings of the previous stages are released in a huge outpouring of grief and directed at anyone who happens to be in the way. In the book on Death and Dying, she described that they may start to ask, "Why me?" The realization that all of their hopes, dreams, and well-laid plans aren't going to come about brings frustration. Stage 3. Bargaining. For example, after the mother says no to her kid, he will start bargaining so that she can accept his request. Stage 4. Which is depression, which starts with person feeling ill all the time. The first depression, called reactive depression, occurs as a reaction to current and past losses. The second type is preparatory depression. Some people will spend this time grieving in quiet. Stage 5, which is acceptance, is where most people would like to be when they die. It is a stage of peaceful resolution. If a person is lucky enough to reach this stage, death is often very peaceful. Please like, share,